You're watching Action News Now. Storm Alert weather. Coverage you can count on.
We are taking, well, you're going to have to trust me on this one. It's a live look over to Haymack County from our Tuscan camera, and raindrops on the lens are kind of blurring our view, but it really does paint the picture of what people are seeing out there.
Absolutely. Radar showing rain. If you go outside, you're encountering some rain. And these showers, we needed them, but they're not going to be here very much longer because we're going to see warmer, drier times before the rain returns again. And again, we all are welcoming that because we dry off from April to Halloween. I know I say it a million times, but that's the truth. So rain tonight, rain chances through the middle of the week. And the middle of the week is really tomorrow. We'll start drying off. Dry and warmer for the weekend. Actually, I should probably update that because storms actually should start returning as we move into the weekend, but we'll clear that all up in the next 3 minutes. Here's our active radar once again. So mild to moderate rain in most of the area. You're seeing some locations in the foothills of the Sierra and some locations in the Coast Ranges where that moisture is getting forced up the mountains. You're seeing the heavier bands of the yellow, the orange, and the red, or not really much red anymore. So overall, though, widespread showers. But you go a little further south into the valley, some of those places are getting shielded by the mountains. You're not getting as heavy of rain bands. Here's what we have now for our winds. On the breezier side, since those storms have moved into the area, so with rain and winds, that makes visibility kind of a problem. You want to be careful. And with slick conditions, the wind would help with that slippery status as well. These winds, though, should start to diminish overnight and into the morning. All right, overnight, though, we're going to drop down to just the 50s for the valley. We were struggling to warm up to these temperatures for a good chunk of last week. In the mountains, we'll be in the mid-40s, so not as comfortable. You'll want to bundle up if you're in the mountains for tomorrow. Here's what we have, though. We'll be a little warmer, still slightly below average, but very comfortable overall in the valley. Light coat will help you out in the mountains with temperatures in the mid-50s to maybe the low 60s. What's happening? Storms bringing rain. Storms will start to move off as high pressure strengthens out of the southeast and pushes our way, drying us off further and warming up our temperatures because we haven't seen the 70s in a few weeks. And in between that, we've been on the chilly side, winter storm warnings, snow. Well, we're going to start warming up now. Look at some of those temperatures. We dry off on Wednesday. We're in the 70s into the weekend. Before, as I talked about it, storms moved back into the area over the weekend, cooling us a little bit, but nowhere near last week, but bringing us more showers. We'll take every raindrop and snowflake possible for our dry season, Haley.